Charter Local Edition with your host, Dana Cowley.
Welcome to Charter Local Edition. Today we're broadcasting in the capital in Helena, and today my guest is Representative Jill Cohenour. She's from District 42 right here in Helena.
Thanks for having me.
You're interested in getting a school district going here in your hometown for folks in the eastern area.
Yeah, well, East Helena is just outside of the Helena district and is actually a part of the high school district, but our folks in our local area have been asking to see if they could get a local high school. So we had a bill yesterday that was heard, and it would give them the ability to actually control their own destiny and vote whether they wanted to support expanding from a K-8 to a K-12 in just that local area.
And you have growth, so
extreme growth within that area.
Sometimes that can encourage growth in an area. If you're out in advance with a district and houses that support a good school district, so that can be a way to direct your growth in an area as well.
Exactly. In the Helena area, there's lots of growth over on that eastern side, and so having a high school out there would really help the community, and we were hoping to work with the East Helena and Helena district to get that done, but this bill actually is not going to hurt the Helena school district, but will allow East Helena to have a say, and if they want to go ahead and build, then they can do that under their own tax base, which I think is really, really a great option.
Right, and not only do you support public education, love the kids in schools, you also support one of Montana's most famous tourist appeals, which is the hunting and the fishing, and really your beautiful outdoors.
Yes, and I am a hunter. I love to hunt elk in the state of Montana along with my husband. I was one of the few people that I know of that got their elk this year along with my husband.
Congratulations.
So we love to get out in the Elkhorns area, which is just south of Helena here, and it's an excellent place to get out in nature and participate in our hunting heritage here in the state of Montana. Super, super important. Public access to all of the land that we have around us is one of Montana's biggest points for getting tourists in to come and see what we have, and I think maintaining that access is important to all Montanans.
So what are you doing this session to work toward those goals?
Well, I am on the Fish and Game Committee, and I'm working with other legislators to maintain that public access and to work to keep that for future generations.
And then as we look at healthcare, which is really an unknown with what's happening on the federal level, what can we do with what we know we have for healthcare in Montana to kind of get ahead of that?
Right. So the Affordable Care Act actually reduced the uninsureds in the state of Montana from 20% down to 15%, and then we were able to also do Medicaid expansion after the last legislative session, and that took our uninsured level from 15 down to 7%. Now that's all in jeopardy, knowing what's going on at the federal level. It's a big concern for the folks that have health insurance. We haven't seen yet the benefits of that, reducing health care for all, right? Because uninsured's going to the hospital at a critical stage rather than having their health care done along the way. It costs all of us who have insurance, bear those costs. So
letting things go, very costly for your health and financially.
Exactly.
So that makes no sense.
Right, and I know it's a huge priority in this legislative session to make sure that the 60,000 Montanans that actually have insurance now don't lose that over the long haul. Not knowing the uncertainties at the federal level are going to affect us. So I know that there's a bipartisan support for making sure that the folks in Montana don't bear a burden if something happens at the federal level.
Well, this session will be a little more budget focused than maybe in the past years, but knowing that, what else are you going to try to accomplish with the time you have here?
So I just this morning had a bill up in the tax committee, which I've been on for all of my time in the legislature, and it would provide for a Montana earned income tax credit. The federal one works very well and has been vetted and been supported all the way from the Reagan era all the way to now. And what that does is it basically requires people to work. If you work, then you get this benefit. If you're low income and you have children and you're trying to work to support them, then this that earned income tax credit is a benefit to you that can help pay for car repairs, transportation, help you get out of debt so that you maybe could get a home loan. And so Montana has not had an earned income tax, and we're calling it the working families income tax credit here. Montana should piggyback on that because it really does incentivize working folks to continue to work and to support their families.
Well, and I'd imagine in this year where there's so many options on the table, it softens your sell with that and makes it a little more palatable knowing that several other states already have such a thing.
Yes.
I mean, you're not trying to really forge ahead with something innovative here.
Right, and would be a budgetary hit, but what we've seen is that the cost of this actually reduces the cost of other programs. If you're able to support a working family, then they're not taking advantage of other programs that can cost the state money. So it really does work well with our working families to help support them and get them through time. I myself took advantage of the earned income tax credit when I was going to college. My husband and I were both trying to go to college, working part-time and trying to raise our daughter. So the ability to have something so we could do car repairs and help ourselves to get that leg up just for that period of time was really helpful. We were only able to take advantage of it for a short period of time. Once we got our educations and started earning an income, then we didn't need it anymore and it phases out. So it's really for low-income working families to give them that additional support.
That leg up.
Yes.
It seems like a small thing, but sometimes when you just don't have it, those little things make a huge difference. It's that make or break it when there's no pad there. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Appreciated your time when you have so many other things to do. Thank you for coming and sharing what you're doing with your constituents and spending your time with us.
Thank you. I appreciate the time.
And we thank you for watching. This is Charter Local Edition. This is Jill Cohenour. I'm Dana Cowley.
Charter Local Edition has been an exclusive presentation of Charter Communications. View all episodes at localeditiononline.com.